Hey guys, JWar here with another video. So today I wanted to talk about how to make currency in Path of Exile and how I go about doing it and how I'm successful every league now doing it and kind of share some of the tips and tricks I do to make currency. So just to get this out of the way, I've got my currency tab up here. Obviously, I'm not going to go into it, but you can see that I do pretty well. I've got headhunters on a couple characters now. You know, we just dropped a squire. I'm doing pretty well. And full disclosure, I missed the first week of this league, and league start is very important for making currency. So despite that, I'm still doing pretty well. And then in addition to that, the second and third week, I spent farming logbooks to try to gamble a mage blood from Gwenin. I spent 10,000 Astragali, which is about 100 Exalts at Gwenin, and I got a 1 Aegis Aurora shield, so which is worth about 2 Exalts. So that's a loss of about 98 Exalts there in the first couple weeks of the league, and despite all that, I still am doing pretty well. So how do I do this? We're going to get into that. I'm going to go over the systems I use, and really I've broken it down to about 4 parts of importance here that hopefully you can implement in your gameplay. Okay guys, so the first step here in the currency farming methods I use is you want to pick a strategy, and I've got the Atlas passive tree open here. This is the strategy I've been using with Double Beyond, with Sextants and Strong Boxes, Harbinger, Abyss. This is what I've been using to do juiced farming on Crimson Temple, which I'm in the process of making a video about, and that's one farming strategy you can go for. It's more of a high-end end game farming strategy. You're not going to be able to do this right at the start of a league. So, that being said, I have other videos out with Alch and Go strategies and low investment strategies, which is actually what I prefer doing because personally, these strategies are fun, but they take a lot of time and preparation to get going, and I don't like sitting in my hideout rolling hundreds of maps for Beyond, and you know, it's very time consuming, and I want to just get in maps and blast usually. So that's what I like doing, but this is an example of a strategy you can use, and this is the first step you're going to want to take in farming, is you need to pick a strategy. The next step ties into this first one, and we'll talk about in a second, and you're going to need to pick a build that is good at the strategy you want to do. Alright guys, so I am on standard here on my accuracy stacking Juggernaut, and this is a build I like to league start with, basically. Not right away, sometimes I'll start as a General's Cry. Berserker is another good build, but this is just an example of a good league start build that can get going for really cheap, and I'll kind of show you why here in a map real quick I picked this build. So, the first thing you're probably going to notice is I am really fast, and I put a very high value on speed, especially early on. This build is just good enough to probably do the pinnacle bosses to unlock all of your void stones. So you can get those and get your character up and running, farming tier 16 maps. It's very fast too, so you can get the maps done extremely quickly. As you can see here, I'm just moving and attacking. Basically, to the end of the map, everything dies. You can get a lot of maps per hour done with this. The damage is good. It's not amazing. You're not going to be able to do uber bosses on it, but this is a good example of a league starter build you can scale into a very good build for relatively cheap that can get you going, and that's what you want to pick with a build depending on your strategy. This is a build that I used to farm the Astragali logbooks that I referred to earlier in the video. It's a build I like to use with Alch and Go strategies where I'm really trying to blast maps. We're trying to get more Screaming Invitations, 1 Exalt each. We're trying to get essences. We're trying to get you know, strong boxes and altar farming. That's the kind of stuff I would do on this build, and it's very fast, very good. As you notice, we're pretty much done with the map here in a very short period of time, right? So that's just a good example of a league start type build. Okay, so now that we've got our league start build into end game content, or transitioned into a better build that can more efficiently farm end game content, we're going to talk about how we manage all the items and how we sell the things and how we maintain efficiency farming the content we're going to be farming. You want to bulk sell things. You don't want to be doing a lot of trades. You want to be efficient, right? And if you're just wasting your time doing a lot of trades when you could do one big trade, get all your money and get back to filling this tab up again. That's what you want to do. You don't want to waste your time. I sell these anywhere from 75% to 80, 90% of the value, but I'm fine with that because I'm being efficient and I'm getting back to filling up this tab faster so that I can sell them again, right? Same with essences. You want to bulk sell all of those on TFT. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google TFT bulk selling tool. And then I know Firegrass has a really good video on how to do this. There's other resources on how you can go about bulk selling on TFT. It's a combination of using the Forbidden Trove Discord and the bulk selling tool, which is completely safe to use. I've been using it for a while. Don't worry, you're going to have to authorize it to access your account. It may seem kind of sketchy, but it's fine. This thing we're going to kind of talk about for efficiency here is we want to use dump tabs. Now, if you're not familiar with dump tabs these are absolutely crucial to making money efficiently in Path of Exile. I do not individually price many items at all. I don't. What I'll do here is I've got a lot of my dump tabs tied up for this Crimson Temple farm I'm doing, but normally I have them all down here next to this one. And this one I've got 130 chaos. Well, nothing's sold in a while on this tab. I'm just going to take it down to 120 chaos. I don't care if there's an item in here that was worth 129 chaos and I'm losing 9 chaos, bringing it down 10 at a time. I'll start this tab out at 1 2 exalts maybe, and I'll slowly bring it down. And I'll have multiple tabs where I do this. And I'll have one at 1 exalt, it's full. I'll have another one at 120 that's been slowly selling some things out of. And these are just items I pick up in my map, and I don't spend any time trying to determine how much each item is worth. I just throw them in the dump tab and I keep grinding, right? So that's super important for making money in Path of Exile. You got to get back to the grind, and you don't care about losing 10 chaos here. You don't care about losing 10 chaos on a trade. You don't care about pricing your items specifically to get every chaos out of them. No. Slowly bring it down, and guess what? When it gets down to about 20C, maybe 30C, I just vendor everything that's left in there. I don't even care to trade stuff for 10 to 20C anymore at that point. So that's how you use dump tabs to sell, and you want to be very efficient with doing this. You don't want to spend a lot of time pricing items, looking up how much an item is worth. You don't care. You're just trying to get everything in your tabs for sale, make the sales, and fill the tabs up again, right? Maps per hour if you're doing a speed farming strategy. If you're doing a juice strategy where you're just hitting a lot of juice at a map, you just want to get to the grind and pick up those items on the ground. You're getting a lot of items per map, right? A lot of items to throw in your dump tab. So both ways, the ultimate goal with both types of strategies is to fill up your dump tabs to make sales. That's what you want to do. You don't want to spend time pricing stuff. You're fine selling item that's worth 100C for 90C, even 80C, even less. You don't care. You're worried about getting the next item that's going to sell for 100C or 70C, right? That's how you want to go about being efficient and using dump tabs for our last 2 steps there. Okay guys, so to summarize here, you want to pick a build, you want to pick a strategy, you want to be efficient, and you want to bulk sell and use dump tabs. So those are kind of the points I wanted to highlight here in this video. Hopefully some of this might help some of you guys that are trying to make more currency per hour and just get better at Path of Exile. So please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you found this helpful, and I'll leave a couple of links to videos here at the end I use for farming strategies that you guys could take advantage of. So check out these videos if you want a good farming strategy, and thanks for watching.